What does the guidance under Plan B actually mean, and how are you supposed to decide whether or not you should be working from home now? So the official word is you go to work if you must, but work from home if you can. And there's extensive guidance on what this actually means, which I'll link in the description, but in essence, it revolves around two main things. The first of those is whether it is actually possible or not for you to do your work from home, or whether it's something that you can only do in person, such as using machinery or serving someone in a shop or a restaurant or things like that, that can obviously only be done in person. The second thing, of course, is one of risk. For example, if you are a clinically vulnerable person and you feel that you cannot go into work and that you should be working from home, in that situation, if your employer is telling you that you must come into work, but you feel that you should be at home because you are vulnerable for one reason or another, there is a possibility that your employer is acting in a discriminatory fashion and there might be a complaint to be made against the employer. If you feel you're in this situation, then I would urge you to seek formal legal advice. Of course, if you're in the category that's been tested positive or around someone who's tested positive, then there are rules around this as well, which might impact whether you're supposed to stay at home and try to work from home if you can. Ultimately, if it's simply not possible for you to work from home, but you don't want to go into the workplace, you might be able to discuss with your employer whether you can have annual leave to remain at home, or even unpaid leave, and this is what the government recommends in various guides. As for what types of businesses, these guides are available for obviously schools and shops and restaurants and hotels, and businesses like this have their own guides because each of these places are obviously in-person transactions and interactions and simply cannot be done from home. Whereas if there are parts of the workforce that can do part of their job from home, for example, reservations over the telephone and things like this, really ought to be done from home if they absolutely can. As for those of you that think that this is another lockdown, it has been said that this is not a lockdown, it is Plan B, although the government has refused to rule out whether there will be another lockdown in full force with fines attached. And remember, for guidance about the face masks, I did another video on that, which I will link in the description below, so make sure you check that as well. And again, as I said, these rules are going to affect those of you that are either in contact with someone who is critically vulnerable or you yourself are critically vulnerable. So it's important to have the conversation with your employer, and if it is at all possible for you to work from home, to avoid unnecessary contact, to protect yourself and to protect others, then you should do so. Please share this video with someone you care about. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you receive further updates if there are any. And as always, thank you for watching.